Hidden Hills is a gated city in California in the Calabasas area that is pretty much a haven for some of the top celebrities. This city is literally a gated community right off of Ventura, and just as you enter the community through the guard gates, there are several roads and cul-de-sacs lined with multi-million-dollar mansions. And I'm just kind of fascinated by this. It's as though an ultra-wealthy community has created their own city with its own mayor and council, like a private rich folks club. Population is just under 2,000 individuals. The community was designed and developed in the 50s. It has its own school, a summer camp, and other community programs and parades, including a weekly barbecue. Since the 70s, the population has only grown by a few hundred folks. It's basically recycling celebrities that want privacy and a sense of community. And today I'm going to show you the homes of some of those celebrities that have lived here and some that still reside in the neighborhood. So this is the point where I beg of you to touch the like button so more folks can enjoy my videos, and to subscribe if you haven't. I'll be right back with the tour. I'm Lam, the Real Estate Insider, and today we're looking at the luxury mansions of some of the past and present residents of this gated city, Hidden Hills. I'm going to show you the houses from smallest to largest in size. Some of them are gigantic. Just wait to see who has the largest. Let's rock and roll. Does anyone remember Sinbad? Yep, Sinbad the comedian and actor. He was on the Cosby Show spinoff, A Different World. Remember he was trying to get with Jaleesa all the time? Remember that? Sinbad purchased this Hidden Hills home back in '97, and this was probably at the height of his career. Maybe the tail end of it, I don't know. Around this time, he had already finished up his time as the host of Showtime at the Apollo. He hosted from 1989 to 91, and then again in 2005 to fill in for Monique while she was on maternity leave. In 95, he was in the movie House Guest, and he did more movies during this time, so he had a little change at the time of his purchase. But then in 2009, the IRS came knocking at the door, and he ended up filing Chapter 7 bankruptcy and listed this home for $3 million. Now, the 5-bedroom, 5-bath home spans over 5,000 square feet. It only sold for $1.8 million, way under the asking price, and just a little more than the $1.5 he spent in '97. That didn't even put a dent in the $8.1 million the IRS was hounding him for in back taxes. Whew. Started off with a bang. Australian rapper Iggy Azalea just recently moved here in 2021, dropping $5.2 million for his 1960s home. It sits at 5,200 square feet with 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms. She immediately began renovating the house. It was an old house, and she has pissed off some of the neighbors. She even tweeted about it, saying her bored housewives-ass neighbor already tried to snitch on me for doing construction in my own effing home. Little does she know, effing with her is now my new hobby and life's work. You live next to a Gemini now, sweetie. I'm petty. That's petty. However, the work that's been done on the house is city approved, and it's supposed to go on for about 1.5 years. While this home is on the same street as some of the Kardashians, The Weeknd, Madonna, neither of them are her immediate neighbors. Uncle Jesse from the 90s hit show Full House lives here in this Hidden Hills home. It has 5,700 square feet of space, and John bought it for $5.7 million in 2019. It's considered an equestrian estate, so I guess he got horses or something. I don't know. I think Sinbad had horses too, or cows or something. All right, up next is Miley Cyrus with her crazy stuff. She bought this house in 2020 and sold it a year later for $7.2 million, profiting $2.3 million for the sale. This is a simple looking house. Perhaps it was just an investment opportunity for her. I don't know, it seems kind of basic for her style. But it has 6 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms within 5,900 square feet, just under 6,000 square feet of space. Now this celebrity is a little different because his mommy and daddy bought his house in 2003 and lived in it while their mega mansion was being built. This one right here. I'm referring to the Smiths. They let their son Jaden Smith move into this house a few years ago. I'm sure it's paid in full. He's just living in it. It's about 5,976 square feet with 5 bedrooms, 6 baths, and the Zillow estimated value is $6.4 million, which is dropping the bucket to Will and Jada. He has had issues, though, with his neighbors as well, just like Iggy, due to his careless driving in his Tesla SUV, driving crazy through the streets. Selena Gomez used to live in what I call Hidden Hills adjacent. The house is in a neighboring gated community. She spent $3.6 million for it in 2014, and she sold it to French Montana for a loss at $3.3 million in 2016. And now he turned around and sold it for $5 million in 2021. Great deal for him, horrible deal for her. Somebody needs to help her with her business a little bit. All right, the mastermind behind the Kardashians' empire, Kris Jenner, has owned at least 2 mansions in Hidden Hills. Definitely more. This mansion is 9,400 square feet, 6 bedrooms, 8 baths. She spent $9.9 million on it in 2017 and made a quick profit in 2020 when she sold it for $15 million. This house is directly across the street from Kanye and Kim's giant mansion. How about that? Your mother-in-law living right across the street. NBA champion Tyson Chandler, formerly of the Houston Rockets, Lakers, Suns, Mavs, Knicks, Bobcats, Hornets, and Bulls, geez. He's played in nearly every major city. Well, he purchased him a Hidden Hills mansion in 2010, while he was playing for the Dallas Mavericks, winning a championship, by the way. I'm in Dallas, so yeah, go Mavs. Perhaps he knew he'd be playing for the Lakers 8 years later. He spent $5.4 million on this home and sold it for $6.8 million in 2018. The house is 11,959 square feet with 6 beds, 11 baths. Up next is the home of another Australian. Honestly, I didn't know he was Australian. Thought he was just black. So he's actually black Australian, I guess. NBA player for the Philadelphia 76ers, Ben Simmons. He's just 25 years old, and as far as I know, he hasn't played for any California teams. I guess he just wanted to be near the Kardashians. I mean, maybe because he dated Kendall Jenner. Interesting. So maybe that's the reason. And we have a $177 million contract. You can buy houses all willy-nilly for the sake of being close to the tail, I presume. I wonder if she still swings by on her way out of the neighborhood for a fix. Anywho, he purchased this modern farmhouse for $17.5 million. It has 12,000 square feet with 7 bedrooms and 8 tubs and sits on 1.5 acres. And now we have Lil Wayne, who has a crazy mansion in Miami. We did a tour on that one. Go check it out. He picked up this spot for $15.4 million earlier this year. He rented a Hollywood Hills mansion for most of last year. This 12,135 square foot mansion has 7 beds, 7.5 baths, and a guest house. I don't believe this space has ever been lived in prior to Weezy moving in. The home is almost right across the street from Madonna, the Material Girl. I did a tour of Drake's monstrous mansion in Canada. Man, it was ridiculous. Go check that out. He's still holding on to this Hidden Hills pad right up the street from the Kardashian West Estate. Kim literally has to pass by this mansion to get to her mansion, which has to be hard for Kanye since there were rumors of some goings on. He purchased the home in 2012 for $7.7 million, and it now has a Zillow value of $11.5 million. He could sell it and make a pretty penny, but I think he just wants to torture Kanye by staying close to Kanye's wife. The stats are 12,500 square feet, 6 beds, 11 baths, on nearly 3 acres. Drake also reportedly owns the house next door and a third Hidden Hills home as well. He loves Hidden Hills. Madonna this year bought The Weeknd's house for $19.3 million. That's a lot of money, $19.3 million. It was listed for $25 million. This 12,500 square foot mansion is sleek with 7 bedrooms in the main house and 2 in the guest house. There's 11 baths throughout. The Weeknd bought the home for $18.2 million 4 years ago, so he made about $1 million in profit off the Material Girl. All right, now let's get to the big ones. I know you're saying, those are big, No, we haven't got to the big ones yet. We're getting to the big ones right now. Let's move on to Kylie Jenner. Worth about $800 million. They said she was worth $1 billion, then they got retracted. She's owned 3 homes at least in this community. Flipped them. This particular one, she spent $12 million for it. $12 million. She's truly a real estate mogul, having flipped several $1 million homes in the community. This home is Cape Cod style, which I'm not particularly a fan of. It sits on about 1.5 acres almost, spanning over 13,200 square feet with 8 beds and 11 tubs. The big sister is the standard, with her and Kanye's 15,667 square foot mansion. The couple spent 6 years renovating this place. They reportedly purchased the property for $20 million in 2014, and the mansion is said to be now worth $60 million. The home was minimally designed. Kanye said that it was inspired by wabi-sabi vibes. I'm not sure what that is. While Kim has filed for divorce from Kanye, she and the kids are living in the family home while Kanye is living from stadium to ranch to stadium to ranch to I honestly doubt they'll get a divorce. What person files for divorce and then takes part in crazy antics and schemes like these? I don't see it happening. Let's go to the next Kardashian. Because, did I mention this is Kardashian country, basically? Hidden Hills. The more outspoken one, Khloe. Khloe and her mom, Kris, both have mansions being constructed right next door to one another. Khloe paid $17 million for her mansion. It's estimated to be about 10,000 square feet, and that's all I know about it so far. It's still under construction at the time I'm recording this. Same thing for Kris's. Kris's is actually bigger, but they're both still under construction, right next door to each other. I have the address. Oh, I can't tell you. I know the address, but I can't. Let's move on. J-Lo moved into the neighborhood in 2010. Her estate sits on 3+ acres with 17,129 square feet of living space on 2 stories. She did a major renovation on the home, including a 20-seat theater. She paid $1.8 million for it and sold it in 2017 for $10 million. Now, that's how you do it. Jenny from the block knows how to make her monies. Next, we have Jeffree Star. Jeffree bought this mansion in 2019 for $14.5 million, and it's currently on the market for $18.7 million. Jeffree Star is a YouTuber, makeup artist, and that's about all I know about this person. But they seem to have a ton of cash, and I think he's friends with Kanye. And finally, the last on the list, we've gotten to the end. This home is the largest of the celebrities living or that have lived in Hidden Hills that are noteworthy anyway. Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union have the large house up on the hill. This mansion is 22,000 square feet with 7 bedrooms and 9 baths. The NBA champion and the actress dropped $17.9 million on this mega mansion in 2020. The mansion was never listed, so the details are slim, but it's apparently 3 stories with a spiral staircase, a state-of-the-art home theater, wine room, wine storage, tasting room, fitness suite. This hilltop property also includes a 0-edge pool and a 12-car garage. The Wades are doing the dang thing. Congrats to you guys. Okay, well that concludes the tour of celebrities past and present that have resided in this exclusive town, city, community of Hidden Hills. I'm Lam, the Real Estate Insider. And if you haven't, go ahead and like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.